Hello everybody and welcome into another game day stream. I'm TC. This is the SFA Week 5 game day, the debut of our New Heights Classic. If you are new to the SFA, it's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You don't need the game. You just need some time every week. You can recruit, set depth charts, set schemes, lots of different stuff. You can also participate in server games like fantasy football. We have full-fledged sportsbook, compete for recruiting and server rewards. It's a ton of fun if you want to join. Check out any of our descriptions. As well, if you're watching live, please welcome in. Feel free to engage in the chat. You might run into an ad or two. That is because we are affiliated. If you want to drop a Twitch Prime sub, it's perfectly free, and it helps us out a lot as you will be funding the next user's national championship trophy that I'll actually send to their house, along with some merch. So, yeah. And, we also have Patreon if you want to support us as well. Feel free to check that out. Blah, blah, blah. Here we are today. New Heights Classic, the debut of the neutral site. Arizona Dogwater against Tennessee. We got Big Fuck Chuck Valverde on the screen along with Bishop Moore. Both teams not where they want to be, honestly. But, you know what? Pride is on the line here today. So if you win the national championship, because we have Patreon now, there is more funds available. So if you win national championship, one, you'll get your trophy, and then I'll also probably send a shirt as well from your school as well or something. I don't know exactly. Somebody actually has to win the national championship for me to look into it. But yeah, we're here today. Let me know if you can hear me. Jay Jettas, I can assume you can. And yeah, we're going to get started here. We're going to start out going through Arizona's roster. Tough loss last week against Oregon, as Josh Gamara, the SFA quarterback, threw 3 interceptions. They're led by Matt Bowers. He is a power back. He is the nasty neck roll. And then on the outside, Mike Wishbone, big play wide receiver. It was a BearCave reward player. We'll also see Reggie Palmer, Aaron Pugh. But at tight end, you're going to see Alan Lazard there as well. And then Luigi Greenberg, the 6'9 freshman at tight end. And then on the offensive line, it's a little rough. You have a good center, and then you got Big Fuck Chuck Valverde over from Cincinnati in the transfer portal, as well as Maurice Campbell on the right side. So that might be where this team has the most problems. On the defensive line, it's all right. Middle is kind of weak. But where this team really does well, Taylor McQueen will be your starter. And then Poe Castle at right outside linebacker. And then at corner, you got James Rose, SFA player Perry Williams, Graham Riley, who had a pick 6 the other day. And then the back, you got Terrence Torres, as well as Sid Nash, who is the starter. He as well is everywhere all at once. And then they got Seabass, one of the best kickers in the country. And my game just crashed. So first, blue square thing of the day. That's all right. Luckily, it doesn't happen during the stream. You love to see it. I found a no, so it's an isolated issue. This crashing, I always forget. But Dame left me with a wonderful little glitch. So Season 7 is the last year of, or it was our first ever year in the modern era. And when we initially imported the rosters, he just took whoever their starter was and set them back to freshmen or whatever. But the players keep all their stats from if they're like a senior or whatnot. So some of these players, it shows like that they've been playing 10 years, and that's what's causing it to crash, is because the game is trying to find or trying to get the 5 years of data, but it has 10, and so it crashes. So I just can't go into the stat screen for any of those players. I can still go in on this screen, so that it doesn't mess with anything in terms of me, doing anything. It's just looking at this particular screen. So Sebastian Janikowski, we know who he is. We're back. No big deal. And now we go on to Tennessee here. So Tennessee, #1 overall seed last year. This year they already have 2 losses. Bishop Moore is the starter now, so we'll see if he can do something. If he gets hurt, you will see Dudley Steele. We saw him a little bit last week against Florida in the Patreon watch party. Tyson William is the starter at running back. And then out wide, you got Chris Beach, Mario Edward, Edmund Edwards, who had a really good game, Tyron Dixon as well. At tight end, Michael Samuel. He is a very good player. And then Michael Orr, SFA player. You got Walker, you got Schlereth, SFA player. So a really good offensive line here for Tennessee. And then on the defensive line, Jamarian Sippins. Yeah, that's just an isolated issue for those players when I try to go into their specific stats screen. But it will correct itself because in all the future classes I did it correctly. So, but yeah, Jamarian Sippins, he was, I believe, the #2 overall prospect last year. Or at least a top 5 prospect, but very good defensive line. Covington, you got Dubinsky and Bruno Van Peter, who will see playing time. He made the clutch tackle. Pino Armstrong did get redshirted. And then they have a really deep corner class. Sam Powell is an SFA player. Watch out for him. He had a really good game as well. And then in the back, you got Benny Simmons as well as Ismael Marshall. 98 speed. Watch out for that. And then they got Scott Battle here. I don't know which one is starting. I think Chris Martin might be. But that's what we're going with today. Nick, if you're here, technically you get the you get to choose jerseys. And today we're going to have a special prediction because Dogwater has created something called the Desert Storm over at Arizona. It, I guess, is not very good in Sim, but it is very good on game day. It's built around Taylor McQueen in the middle, an extremely high speed middle linebacker. And every time he's ever been on a game day sim or anything, he has forced a quarterback sack and fumble. So the question here today, which may give you a ton of bobinas if it hits, will Taylor McQueen get a sack/fumble? So he has to sack the quarterback and force a fumble. I will also set it complete if he has a sack in the game and forces a fumble at any point in the game. So keep that in mind. But will Taylor McQueen get a sack fumble here today? You guys got 2 minutes here. If Nick is here, I don't think he is. Let me get my screenshot. So that means Dogwater, you get a choice on jerseys. Dogwater, let me know jersey choice. All right. Nick is not here, so yes, Chet Doge was out today. So it is neutral site, so I'll kind of let you guys do whatever you want as long as I can see them. I'm going all gray, so he can have orange. Okay, so all gray. Let's see if we find a gray helmet here. No gray helmet, so do you want the red helmet? Let me know what helmet you want, and I'll get his all orange set up. How do they not have... Alright, I guess we just got to do the orange. Alright, so all orange for Tennessee. Oh my god, it messed up my thing. Alright, navy. And then we'll do the all gray with the navy. And then... I hate when it does this. Alright, there we go. So, Tennessee versus Arizona. The prediction is almost over. Get those last... Remember, folks, stick around for halftime. This season's Hall of Fame inductees will be revealed at halftime. And And then recruiting obviously will happen after game day as well. So we are off on game day. The New Heights Classic, our neutral site series, introduction, whatever you want to call it. Now, I know the stadium, it's NRG Stadium in Texas. The things on the field and stuff, it's going to be like Texas Kickoff or something like that. So just keep that in mind. It's the New Heights Classic. There's not a lot of choices for neutral sites, so but they chose this one. NRG, pretty much 50% of the way between both schools, almost. Very evenly matched team. First time ever our Arizona and Tennessee have faced off, at least Dogwater and Nick. Very interesting. Nick definitely doesn't want to go to 2-3. Dogwater does not want to go to 2-2, but he would probably survive more in a loss. I also have your guys' soundtracks ready. When they play, let me know if they're too loud or not. They're both kind of long, so, you know, we'll just go along. If they need an adjustment, just let me know as we go. Go Big Orange. Bishop Moore, biggest game of his early career. Arizona. That is definitely not Dogwater on the sideline. Yeah, that is not. I'm like, what are you even? Thrill of the Fight. Those are two very different songs. All right, here we go. Arizona starting out with the ball. This is the Texas kickoff, whatever you want to call it. New Heights Classic on their way. Here we go. Tennessee, Coach Nick, Dogwater, Arizona. Josh Gamara. Look at that last game, what they failed to tell you, the fake news. He had 3 interceptions as well. It was not a good game as they lost to Oregon. Lots of SFA players. At the top of your screen, you see that's Luigi in motion, Luigi Greenberg. You got Mike, oh boy, you got Bowers up the middle here early. Oh my, Bowers still, he gets a first down out of that. Matt Bowers, the power back, he has the neck roll. I'm going to try to show you guys who everyone is. Obviously, Josh Gamar is the quarterback. Top of your screen, Mike Wishbone. Bottom of your screen, Alan Lazard, number 10. Matt Bowers in the backfield. Here we go. First pass for Gamara is complete. No! It's dropped by Luigi Greenberg. So that was potentially a massive change of events here. All right, handoff to Bowers again. Bowers, he's powering through early. Power back behind a questionable offensive line. I think this might be where this game is won and lost, as if Jamarian Sippins can make an impact or not up front. Oh, he fakes the throw. Is Gamara going to yam it? He is. One-on-one, and that is underthrown. Incomplete. Fourth down. Ismail Marshall made up. So Arizona is off the field early. Massive game going on today. Thank you guys always for watching the stream as we get our first annual New Heights Classic going. And we got Rocky Top playing in the backfield. Rick didn't even need to make a sound for Nick, or Rick, Nick, whatever. Sam Powell, the SFA player, on the return. So now we get to see Bishop Moore, and this offense is vastly different from last season. Almost no running game to speak of. This Wilson guy was terrible from what we've seen, so it's kind of all been on the arm of Bishop Moore as he goes down early. There's Terrence Torres with the tackle, the free safety in the run defense. Bishop Moore did leave with injury last week. He was fine right there. But big man to watch out for is Taylor McQueen in the middle, along with Sid Nash. The 3 guys with dreads are all SFA players. Here's that's Sid Nash on the tackle. And oddly enough, I didn't make that happen. Dogwater just happened to recruit all guys with dreads. So Taylor McQueen is in the middle, number 15. Sid Nash, number 3. Poe Castle in the 50s. Perry Williams, number 24. Bishop He throws that into coverage. It's intercepted early on. Arizona, the first to make an impact play. What a play for Dogwater early. So Bishop Moore's first pass is an interception. As we hear Thriller playing, let me know how it sounds. As Gamara now, he's on the run. As Thriller's still playing, it's a long one. The band going crazy. Neutral sites, New Heights Classic. Let me know if the sound is too intense for you guys. But Bauer's up the middle now. Yeah, I know, it's 40 seconds long. But was it good in terms of sound? Thriller needs to be a little louder. Okay. As we get a throw out wide, and he's hit. Alan Lazard with his first catch of the day. All right, so I turned up Dogwaters a little bit there. So next time it plays, it should be a bit louder. I know Nick's is super loud, I think, so we'll see. All right. Gamara now inside the 20. Can they capitalize on the pick? He throws it to the end zone. Mike Wishbone. It goes out of bounds. He had to come back for it. But that was pretty much a piss missile right there. All right, on the 2, first and goal. Arizona looking to come up early. Man in motion, that's Greenberg. Hands it off. Bowers up the middle. Touchdown, Arizona! They take the early lead. All right, so let me know if that improved. Much better on the volume. Perfect. Thank you, Fink. As Florida dug themselves out of the gutter by beating Kentucky. And for those of you who are SFA old heads, that is a rematch of the Season 1 semifinal between Florida and Kentucky. If you guys remember that. The original 4-team playoff. I know Think remembers that one. Alabama got a win. Toledo with a fun one over Fresno State. All right, so Tennessee, what are they going to do now? I mean, Bishop Moore, man, I don't know. Tennessee not having the best season. They barely beat Florida. Only scored 20 points in that game day. I mean, a team like Arizona, I feel like you're going to have to score a lot more. They come out empty, though, so that's the best way to get over a pick. As he connects that time. No, it's dropped. So Bishop Moore 0 for 2. Perry Williams forcing the incompletion. Desert Storm on lockdown. Welcome in, Flame. I mean, to be fair, Flame, your team has not been playing well this year. You're somehow 3-1, but it took an overtime win against Maryland. Like, what is going on with Flame this year? Has anyone noticed that? All right, 3rd and 6 now. Tennessee desperately needs a conversion here. He flyers one wide open man over the middle. Edmund Edwards, he had a fantastic game last week. The true freshman in the slot, popping off once again. I think Edmund Edwards and Bishop Moore are going to have a beautiful connection the next 3 years. Number 1 seed last year, obviously bound to see some regression. 1st and 10, they hand it off now to Wilson. He does find some room here, and Sid Nash, my God. Sid Nash looking to take lives here. Sid Nash, he is from Texas, so playing in Texas, his whole family made it out to the neutral site game for the New Heights Classic. 2nd and 3, Bishop Moore. Nice pocket. It's about to close. Oh, there it is. They finally get to him, and Bishop Moore is sacked. A coverage sack if I've ever seen one. Derek Roberts. Yeah, that's true, Flame. All right, 3rd and 8. They are across the 50. Nice little drive so far. Oh, a delayed handoff, and that is kind of blowing the whistle there. The white flag raising. Tennessee punting it. Desert Storm popping off early. So Arizona, you know what? As much as I hate Josh Gamara, they are playing better early on. They've come out firing on all cylinders. I'm just eager for that Gamara pick. Where is it? Those are what I live off of. One Gamara pick can motivate me to do 3 more seasons of the SFA. Come on! Quick option, Gamara. Okay, he makes something out of nothing there. Dubinsky takes him down, though. The hatred fuels my soul. Come on. We got trips right up top. And, oh, a QB power up the middle. When do you see that? 3rd and 2 incoming. So, Dogwater trying to get a little tricky here early. He probably, on that play sheet, was planning to already be down 14. So, with the lead and being trickery, kind of a little weird. Gamara. Blitz comes, they pick it up, he finds a wide open man, that's Alan Lazard, he breaks a tackle! Ismael had to push him out, but Alan Lazard with a 28-yard gain. And we know this man can make plays on game day. A lot of you guys know last season he had that beautiful 30-yarder where he got pushed out at the 1, broke like 3 tackles. So Alan Lazard is definitely a beast on game day. All right, we are across the 50 now. They hand it off to Bowers. No, Gamara keeps it. He finds some room to the outside. He cuts inside and he slides, avoiding the contact. Oh, man, is Josh Gamara, is he nursing an injury? Because you'll never see him not lower the shoulder. Handoff. No, Gamara keeps it again. This time he goes down. Sam Powell, the SFA player, not letting him go anywhere. Josh Gamara getting bitched by a corner. You love to see it. 3rd and 6. Can Tennessee get off the field? They just rely heavily on this defense. 3rd and 6. Gamara, he's throwing that out wide, and it's a connection. Aaron Pugh. Pugh, most notably known for fumbling it against Rutgers for one of the funniest losses of all time. But he's had a couple of game winners. He had the game winner against Arizona State, so decent career, decent comeback story. 2 teams have all sorts of lore going for him. 1st and 10. Dogwater, let me cook. Yeah, I guess it was Tally, wasn't it? Never mind. I retract that last. That's why I shouldn't do color commentary. 2nd and 14. Josh Gamara, we're at the 30 now. 2nd and 14, so potentially out of field goal range for the mighty Seabass. Matt Bowers, though. Yeah, he did get the game-winning. All right, 3rd and 12 now. Gamara's out empty. You got to watch out for the run anyways. 3rd and 12. He has a decent pocket. Oh, and he overthrows his man. He had him, but it would have taken a perfect throw, which we know guys named Josh are not capable of. So a 44-yarder here. This is why you recruit SFA kickers, so that they can attempt things like this from left hash. It's good. Seabass puts him up 2 scores early. The guy with the neck roll is Matt Bowers, his sophomore running back. Big Fuck Chuck is the right guard, number 69, and Luigi Greenberg is the 6'9" tight end, number 85. Now, we've seen basically in every single game day recently a 2-score lead completely lost. So it happened yesterday with Southern Miss. Or with Missouri leading Southern Miss. It happened in the last couple of weeks. 2 game days in a row have gone to overtime, so we're going to see if the New Heights Classic can live up to the hype of the crazy game days this year. 2nd and 12. Tennessee doing nothing here. And continuingly to do nothing. Lionel Sanders. Close relative of Colonel Sanders. Welcome in, Nick. It's been a less than inspiring start. Bishop Moore's first throw was an interception, and then they've just done nothing since. All right, Bishop Moore, though, 3rd and 15, trying to make something happen. He finds a man, but he's going to be short. Edmund Edwards couldn't do anything. And 4th and 7 again now for Tennessee. Arizona, the Desert Storm, is living in Tennessee's head right now. We've yet to even hear Rocky Top. 4th and 7, they are punting it. That is a massive boot. We're going to get a decent return here and an easy tackle on Sean Riley. 10-0 after 1 here in the New Heights Classic. We're here in NRG Stadium in Texas between Arizona and Tennessee. We come out in the second quarter. Josh Gamar had 1 bad throw, but no picks so far, so we are due. 9 minutes here on the clock. Bowers, he has some room. He finds it. Gets about 8. Matt Bowers running with purpose today. Over 5 yards of carry early. 2nd and 2 here. Shotgun. This Arizona team coming off of a horrific showing against Oregon. As Gamar up the middle now. As the read option works to perfection. First and 10 now across the 50. Tennessee, they rely heavily on the defense, and it really hasn't been working that well. As Matt Bowers finds room on the outside, he breaks another one. Matt Bowers breaks 2 tackles, gets him inside the 30. What a run. The power back showing why he has that neck roll, why he has those elbow pads. Itching for contact here today. All right, Gamara dumping that one off. That is Luigi Greenberg. All right, Gamara now, 2nd and 3. He's going to keep it again. We saw that coming. He's looking for contact. He falls inside the 10. Arizona is cooking early. It's been all Arizona all day. We're definitely not in Tucson when Arizona is playing well. As we get a run up the middle, Matt Bowers, he finds some room, and he's brought down by Covington. The outside linebacker wasn't about to let him. Second and goal now for Arizona. Inside the 5. Gamara keeps it all the room, and he can't get in. Bruno Van Peter makes the tackle. He shed a block and got to Gamara just in time. Can Tennessee get off the field here? Shades of the SEC championship last year where they needed a stop against Texas, and they got it. 3rd and goal. Handoff, Bowers, and he's stuffed. What a stop. Bruno Van Peter, Colby Cooley on the tackle together, and they are going to be forcing a field goal. A massive stop there for Tennessee as the in-game band plays Rocky Top. Our version will be coming when they finally score, hopefully. As Seabass gets his 2nd field goal on the day, putting them up 13-0. So a massive W there for Tennessee. All right, what can Tennessee do? They struggled against Florida. They somehow found a win, only putting up 20 points. So far, 0 here in the New Heights Classic. Still plenty of time. It's only a 2-score game. No need to worry. Yeah, exactly. It is Rocky Top Taylor's version. That's hilarious, Big. Bishop Moore, okay, he's throwing it, and he finds his man, Mario Reed. What a catch and what a throw. That is what they need to start doing more of. That's really the first. Oh, and here we go. Ref ball incoming. Once again, Dogwater paying off the refs. This one's an obvious catch. Look at the stick-em on those hands. That's good on Sundays, baby. Dogwater desperately paying off the SFA refs. First with the Florida State game, now with this one. All right, there we go. Connects once again, Edmund Edwards, the freshman. Bishop Moore, he started 0 for 2. He's 4 for 4 since, but these dink and dunks are not going to work against the Desert Storm. We're still waiting for a Taylor McQueen sack fumble. Bishop Moore, he's yamming this one. And no, he did not have the arm as Terrence Torrance easily gets in the way, knocks it out. Tennessee 1 for 4 so far on third down. Nothing special as they go in a little tight formation here, or a bunch. And is he going to stay bounce? He does. A beautiful play. Edmund Edwards again. What can I tell you? The freshman. This is a good pickup from Tennessee, the 5-star. It's either or, Fink. We're technically looking for the sack fumble, but I will accept a sack and a forced fumble. It's just because every time we've seen Taylor McQueen in a game day setting, he's forced a sack fumble in that game. So that's our vision, I guess. 2nd and 1. Handoff again, and Wilson does it. You know, Wilson is no Cardale Jones, but he has gotten the job done here today. He played horribly against Florida, but it's a new week, a new game. All right, this is Tennessee's first good drive of the day, and he goes nowhere. Lionel Sanders, the cousin of Colonel Sanders. Don't quote me on that, as Colonel Sanders is a short white guy, old white guy, and this is a big black man. 2nd and 14. Handoff, and that goes nowhere as well. So Tennessee gets in a scoring position, and they just go backwards. 3rd and 17 now. And is there an injury? So maybe Wilson is going to miss a little bit of time here. Yeah, it looks like he was down. So 3rd and 17. Can Tennessee do something to keep this drive alive, or at least get in field goal range? They dump that off. Taylor McQueen. Oh, he dropped the pick. He had eyes for a pick 6. And another punt incoming, as Wilson will come back. It's only a strain in his forearm, so he'll probably come back the next possession. But a big opportunity missed there for Tennessee, as they still have a massive donut on the scoreboard. The New Heights Classic has gone all for Arizona today. How is Josh Gamara going to choke this one? He dumps that one off. He finds Luigi Greenberg. Only gets about 5. Luigi Greenberg, he is from Ontario, Canada. Where in Ontario? I don't know. Consult a map. 2nd and 5. A little under 3 minutes remaining. And he gets the pitch off. What a play from Josh Gamara. And they get a first down. Bowers going crazy. Matt Bowers having the game of his life so far. We get another Bowers handoff, and once again, gets about 4. Probably among his worst runs of the day. He's averaging over 6 against a stout defensive line from Tennessee, and I guess it's because he's running behind that right guard, Big Fuck Chuck, the transfer from Cincinnati. Gamara keeps it. He has another massive hold. Nobody is checking Josh Gamara on these plays. Tennessee's going to have to put up some adjustments here at halftime. You got to stop this run. You have to force Gamara to play hero ball. That's how you win the game. If you just let them run the ball, you're going to lose. Gamara now, he's throwing this, dumps it off again. Remember, this guy is incapable of reading a defense. He's either going to chuck it deep or dump it off. So you just got to force some pressure, dominate the offensive line, force him to run around, play a little hero ball. 2nd and 8. Quick option this time, and Gamara fakes out a man. He faked the pitch, and he keeps it for 12. Another big brain play for Gamara after a week against Oregon where he played terribly. He's playing well today. We're threatening 2 minutes as Arizona crosses the 50. They bring a corner blitz. He doesn't connect, and there it is, a catch to Reggie Palmer. I will say, though, Tennessee's doing a great job of shutting down Mike Wishbone. The number 1 receiver has yet to even have a target. Gamara now, another corner blitz, and he finds Luigi again over the middle for 5. We are now back in sea bass range, the advantage of having an SFA kicker. He's already 2 for 2. We are empty now, so watch out for the QB power. 4-man rush. He finds his receiver, Aaron Pugh, again. Still no Mike Wishbone sightings. Mike Wishbone does not have a catch. That's fake news. I don't think he does, at least. All right, Gamara now. And he's throwing that out wide. Oh, my, what a throw. He connects with Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard using that big length to catch the overthrow from Gamara. That was going 10 yards out of bounds, but Lazard in his big frame was able to corral it. As we're inside the 5 here, can Arizona go up 3 scores? Gamara. They're trying to contain him, make him throw it. He's on the run now. Oh, and that's almost a pick. That's what I'm saying. If you get pressure on Gamara, he's going to turn into Josh Allen and throw interceptions. That was it. 2nd and goal now. They hand it off to Bowers. Wide open hole. Touchdown, Arizona. They take the lead. I don't know why I said they take the lead. They extend it to 20. It's been all Arizona early here. Matt Bowers. Tennessee doesn't know what hit him as Andy Reid has come into Texas here. Nobody was expecting this result. We've never had a game day team get skunked, though, Nick. So, will you be the first? No game day game has ever been a shutout. Yeah, we've seen 17-point lead loss, 10-point lead loss, 11-point leads loss, 22-point leads lost this year. So, if you remember, even last week, Ohio had a 22-point lead headed into about midway through the 3rd quarter, and they ended up going to overtime. So, all right, 38 seconds here. Tennessee, can they do something? Looks like they are fine just letting this clock run out. Remember, coming up at halftime, we are going to see who is going into the Hall of Fame this year. Moore, he's just dumping that one off. He finds Edmund Edwards. Can he do something here? All right, so they called a timeout. Now they're going to see if they can do something. Maybe get into Yam range, or they are in Yam range for 60 yards out. So 1 play here, or maybe 2. It's going to be a mid-screen pass. Doesn't work. He throws that on the run, and 7 seconds left. We're going to see a heave to the end zone. Dogwater having flashbacks to Tennessee. Oh, it doesn't. Looks like they're going to run another play, actually, before a Hail Mary. So this could actually be the end of the half. Bishop Moore's going to have to get it out quickly. He does. Oh, my God, what a hit. Desert Storm came to play today. Holy hell. All right, now we're going to see a yam to the end zone. Can Tennessee get something here? And no, it is dropped, and that is halftime, folks. It is 20-0 in the New Heights Classic. Arizona is stunning Tennessee, but you guys all are here for Hall of Fame results. This year, you had to get over 17 votes to get into the Hall of Fame, and here they are. Your number one vote getter, Heimlich Heisenberg, the German giant out of ECU, is our number one vote getter. Mo Alley Cox from Iowa State. A surprise in Lou Ishire, the Tennessee volunteer quarterback, getting into the Hall of Fame. And Chad Barber, by the skin of his teeth, got in as well. On the outside looking in, you had Cardale Jones, Fork, Brandon Scherf, Dominique Easley, Carver Kemper, Tyron Jefferson, Miles Gooch, James Kiffin, Alton Jackson, Terry Schooler, and Marcus Davis. Boykin wasn't even on the ballot. What are you saying? Casuals ruined the Hall of Fame. I see 3 for sure Hall of Famers on here. Heimlich Heisenberg for sure. Mo Alley Cox for sure. Chad Barber for sure. The Lou Ishire one is a little bit of a stretch, but he had a fantastic year last year, so can't fault it too hard. As we go on to the second half, we've yet to hear Tennessee's music. Dude, honestly, Fork is a Hall of Fame name. He had a few Team of the Years, but he's missing those stream moments. So he's a borderline Hall of Famer for me. Obviously, for me, I think the Dominique Easley, Miles Gooch should be in the Hall of Fame. But as we head to the second half here, we got a little pitch out here. Wilson's back in the game. Poe Castle snuffs that out, though. Tennessee had to go to the drawing board here today. And Dominique, not only a sim beast, but he was on that UAB playoff team. Second and 13 here for Tennessee. Hey, Yui, welcome back in. Thanks for the subscription as we almost get another pick thrown. My God. Yui's a beast. 5 months. My God, Yui's a monster. Using those Twitch Prime subs, baby. All right, 3rd and 13. So Tennessee decided not to cook out of halftime as Poe Castle once again. Arizona showing out here today. A massive W so far. They're going to have to punt it yet again back to Arizona. And it looks like the only person who can stop Arizona is Josh Gamara. Is he going to do something dumb? As we get a nice little return here. All right, how is Arizona going to continue on? Are they just going to try to run it or what? Well, they give it to Bowers. He's been cooking all day today. He gets a nice 7 yards. Arizona ate their Wheaties this morning. 2nd and 3, Gamara. And he breaks a tackle. And he somehow turned that into a positive gain. All right, Gamara, I see what you're doing today. 3rd and 2. Handoff to Bowers. Can they get a stop? No. A fresh set of downs now for Arizona. It just feels like one of those games where if you just hand it to Bowers every play, you can't lose. Arizona's found a couple of studs. Quick option now, and it doesn't work. Finally, they get him down in the backfield. Lionel Covington, the outside linebacker, on the stop. And you know what? I'm going to call out this defensive line. They're not stopping the running back. They're not creating pressure. they're way higher overalls in this offensive line. So Bowers once again turning what should have been negative yards into a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 9. Still out of Seabass's range, I believe, but probably in 4-down territory. Can Tennessee get off the field here? And, okay, they get to him. Broke a tackle, yams it, and it goes incomplete. But Gamara stays upright. That was massive. As they're going for it, no man's land. So will that broken sack pay off? Arizona getting aggressive here. This could be a momentum shifter. 4th and 9. Gamara, clean pocket over the middle. Finds Pugh, 1st down, Arizona. A massive conversion, showing that that broken sack was insanely huge. Had they sacked him, it would have been a punt. Instead, the drive continues. 1st and 10 now. Bowers out wide. He stiffies a man. He's still running. He finds outside. Oh, my God, Matt Bowers. Arizona is just so much more physical. This defense is missing tackles on Gamara, multiple this drive. Breaks sacks. Bowers running through people at will. Is Tennessee soft? 2nd and 4. Gamara hands it off. And they finally get him stuffed. Still going to be a 3rd and inches. Can Tennessee somehow get off the field here? And all I'm going to say is you can't win this game without Gamara throwing the ball. You got to force him to throw it. 3rd and inches. Gamara is going to throw it this time. Corner blitz. They can't get to him. He throws it to the end zone. Lazard, touchdown! They say he got the foot in. We're going to have to go to review. But what a catch. Another overthrow from Gamara, saved by Lazard. And no review. Touchdown, Arizona, as they confirm it on the field. A beautiful catch. That was all, Dogwater, I don't care what you say. That was Lazard. That was all Lazard. That was an overthrow for any regular receiver. What a glorious catch, and now Tennessee is in shambles. They've only ran 29 plays. Arizona dominating this game, every facet. I don't think we've ever seen such a dominant first quarter or half and a half of a quarter. 1st and 10 though, Tennessee. He throwing that one, oh my God, and that was horrible. Sean Riley misses an interception. All right, Tennessee now, neutral site, but it feels like a road game at this point, as they are doing nothing today. At this point, I don't know if Tennessee's going to even get a point. 2 for 8 on 3rd down. They're going to go to 2 and 3, drop out of top 25, our preseason top 5 team. Bishop Moore, definitely not him, as we get another forced incompletion on a hit. The Desert Storm can't be stopped. The Dome did not keep him out. Another 3 and out for this defense, and this is what Dogwater's vision has always been, as we get a shanked punt as well. Nothing going right for Tennessee today. As once again, Arizona takes over at the 45. Halfway through the 3rd quarter here. Quick option, and oh my God, a group tackle there in the backfield. You got Sam Powell, Stanley Bell there. 2nd and 15. I mean, Tennessee has to do something to switch momentum. They have nothing. Negative momentum, if that's even possible. Bowers to the outside. This is, oh my God, a stiffy on a corner. Gets 1 yard. That's where he's at his weakness, or at his weakest. 27 points. Are we going to see an epic choke from Arizona? It's going to require a few Gamara pick 6. 3rd and 14. just all the time in the world. This is going to be a stop for Tennessee. Big W for them. First time I think they've stopped them since the first quarter. 4th and 6. Are they gonna do a fake punt though? This would be a good time. No, they do not. Seabass punts it. Can he pin them deep? No, he cannot. So Tennessee gets the ball back. We have about 12 minutes here left in game day. Plenty of time for 4 more drives. They just need to buckle up and play the game that got them to #1 seed last year. We've not seen Chris Beach hardly at all either today, as Moore is now on the run, and he is sacked once again. Another sack here for Derek Roberts off the edge. His 2nd sack of the day. Just nothing going right for this Tennessee offense. 27-0 for Arizona, and this will surely get them ranked. 2nd and 18, though. Beach in motion. He throws it to him. All right, so Beach connection after I called him out. 3rd and 2 now. That's Chris Beach's first reception, the #1 target on this team. Only 92 yards today for Bishop Moore. Plenty of time left, but they are going to have to start hurrying it up. 3rd and 2. Moore, he's going to keep it. Can he get the first down? Yes, he does. He has a lot more room. Bishop Moore, nice run for him. 15 yards, that's what they needed. He's still negative on the day. That's wild. That's the one thing I hate about this game, is that sack yards are counted as rush yards. All right, 1st and 10. Tennessee playing with life here, and he dumps that off as he's about to get. He runs over a man. Oh, here we go. Tennessee, can he get a block? He's still going inside the 10 for Tyson Wilson. The first big play of the day for Tennessee came at a critical time. That was much, much needed for Tennessee. Runs over a man. Now they're inside the 10 threatening. And Dudley Steele is in the game. So Bishop Moore, did he get hurt? Touchdown in Tennessee! Dudley Steele comes in and throws a dot to Chris Beach in the back of the end zone. All right, Nick, I don't know. Bishop Moore will return soon, but Dudley Steele comes in once again and delivers. He did that last week. He came in, was 4 for 4, I believe, and now he comes in and throws a dot. Dudley Steele in the game, and he throws a beast. I'm playing Thriller. No! Well. Oh, Bowers, he turns the corner. He breaks a tackle. 1st down. My fault. Tennessee, I'll do it on the next one. Or on the next play, if you get a stop or something, I'll give you like on a drive stoppage or a field goal or something. Gamara now. He just throws that one away, even though I think he was trying to dump it off there. But it was a massive overthrow. Yeah. Wrong theme. I was just so hyped about Dudley Steele. Let me cook. 2nd and 10. Gamara. He's yamming this one deep. Oh, Ismael Marshall saves it. That was going to be a touchdown for Mike Wishbone. We see it all the time. He always has a big play, and Ishmael Marshall saves the game right there. 3rd and 10 now. It's going to be a screen pass to Bowers. Can they stop him here? Yes, they do. Tennessee is going to get the ball back. 3rd quarter coming to an end. Rocky Top is playing. Tennessee has life. Down 3 scores. Oh, we get a nice return. Sam Powell to the outside. All right, Tennessee is starting to heat up here. That big play by Tyson Wilson running through the defender for 50 yards gave this team some life. Bishop Moore is back in. They hand it off. No, Moore keeps it up the middle. Sid Nash brings him down. All right. Made up for the touchdown by playing another theme. Let me know, was that too loud, too soft for Rocky Top? Hands it off. No, Moore keeps it again. He stiffies a man. My God, Bishop Moore showing life. All of a sudden, roles are reversed, and Tennessee is more physical now. 1st and 10. They're on the opposite side of the 50 as the third quarter is coming to an end. Quick option this time. Moore, and that's a face mask. Where's the penalty? What? 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 Dogwater paying off the refs, I swear. He did it at Florida State today. He does it again. That should be 15 for Tennessee. This is an outrage. Boo! Oh my God, Dogwater, stop paying the refs. As we get a handoff now, Wilson, he makes up for it, and Sid Nash on the tackle. 3rd down incoming. Are you kidding me? It wasn't close. It was the literal animation for face masks. Bro. I'm heated. All right, Edmonds in motion. They give it to him, and he cuts up the middle. 1st down, Tennessee. Clock's ticking. They're down by 3 scores. Their biggest threat, I fear, is time. Dogwater, we know what that big check was for. It was not for fleet vehicles. As you dump it off, and he breaks a tackle! Oh, what a play! The contested catch turned 1st down. Tyrone Dixon, the wide receiver, 5. A beauty. Making up for the missed face mask earlier in the drive. We get a handoff now. And oh my God, he got smoked. Clotheslined off the edge. Never saw the corner. Second and 10 now. Bishop Moore. He has time. He dumps that one off. That's Tyrone Dixon again. I think Edmonds went out on that jet sweep with an injury, so I think that's why Tyrone Dixon is in. No, Edmonds is back in. 3rd and 6, though. They got to be scoring touchdowns here. Moore. Over the middle, he finds his man, and that's another face mask! Poe Castle this time is 2nd on the drive, and it's a no call again! These refs are killing it! 4th and 1. Can Tennessee keep the drive alive? He floats it! Touchdown, Tennessee! Mario Reed beats ref ball, and they are back within 13! A quick 2 scores here for Tennessee, and we have a ball game. Is right after, the week after the biggest comeback in SFA history, 22 points by Kansas. They ended up losing the game. Are we going to see the biggest comeback in SFA history move up to 27 points? That is the question. Dogwater shitting himself, clenching those cheeks harder than anything. Got that gorilla grip going. Arizona comes back out, and boy, oh boy, would this be a primetime Josh Gamara pick. 7 minutes left. Tennessee has all the momentum. He runs it. Gamara up the middle. He finds a hole. Somehow gets 7. Tennessee's defense needs to step up. They've been getting owned all day long. Quick option there. Another broken tackle. A flip. Oh my God, he got speared but hung on. Bowers saves the drive. What a play. 3rd and 1, though. Both teams are now firing on all cylinders. This is going to be a bloodbath last 6 minutes. 3rd and 1. Can Arizona continue? And dumps it off to Bowers, and he's stopped! What a tackle by Benny Simmons, the safety. 1-on-1 with Bowers in the open field, and he brings him down. Tennessee, can they do it? They have the ball back and all the momentum. We get a stiffy even from Sam Powell. This game, call your mom, call your dad. This game is heating up, folks. Tell them to tune in to TCS Network. 5 minutes left. Can Tennessee do it? We got a big run now for Wilson. Gameday has been so good the last 3 weeks. We had overtime at LSU and Oklahoma. We had double overtime against Ohio and Kansas. How will the New Heights Classic debut end here? He gets the flip-up, broken tackle, and 3rd and 7 incoming for Tennessee. Four for 12 on 3rd down today. Tennessee, they've been playing out of their mind, but they have to have it now. Bishop Moore free. Poe Castle gets a sack. What a time for the Desert Storm to come through. It wasn't Taylor McQueen, but Poe Castle, free rusher. And night, Tennessee. And they are forced to punt. What a play. That could be massive. We got a nice little return here from Sean Riley. Gonna start out about the 50. It can still be a 2-score game as long as you hold Arizona to a field goal. Once again, now would be a great time for a Josh Gamara mistake. He's yet to make one today. Bowers, though, back on with the rock. 2nd and 8 now. He doesn't get much. He's been stuffed of recently. A truly disappointing effort on that 3rd and short on the last drive. 2nd and 8, though, as we go under 4 minutes. Can Tennessee somehow battle back? Bowers has a hole. He breaks a tackle. Oh, my God. He got smoked out of that. But a 1st down for Arizona. Josh Gamara fakes the handoff. He's going to run it. He tries to do something, and now they call the face mask on. What? Get Doug Waters' money out of here. This is bullshit. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That was not a face mask. Oh, the ref ball. I can't with this game. I can't with this game. Tennessee getting screwed. The new Heights screw job. Josh Gamara throwing it now. Oh my God, he got smoked. Covington off the edge. But is it too little, too late? The refs are already on Arizona's side. Dogwater spending $300K on a ref ball. You hate to see it. 2nd and 17. Handoff now to Bowers. He breaks a tackle. Tennessee desperately needs to hang on to those timeouts. They desperately need to hang on to these timeouts. So they need an incompletion here. Force the field goal. Go down 16. That's what they need. 3rd and 15. Dogwater being a little bitch, running out the clock, paying off the refs, all to beat a 2-2 Tennessee? Come on now. Where's the team that faced Oregon? Where's the team that I got to meme, huh? Gamara. He has time off the back foot, Bowers, and he goes down, and there's the timeout. Come on. Seabass coming out 42 yards. Please miss it. The Lord. Come on. To put Arizona up 16. The kick is good. Tennessee down 16. 2 minutes left. It's not over, but hope is low. They need a big play and fast. We need a yam to Chris Beach. Where's Cardale Jones when you need him? All right, Tennessee on their last legs here. He does yam it, Debo! Oh, my! Chris Beach had to elevate, and Perry Williams tried to kill him. Another forced incompletion. There's been so many of those today for Arizona. The ability to knock the ball out in a contested situation has been wild. He's doing it again, and this time, oh my God, Perry Williams could have ended the game. With no regard for human life, Perry Williams dominating this drive. 3rd and 10 now. It's looking bleak here for Tennessee. 4th and 5, they have to go for it. Arizona can clinch the W with a stop here. What a game for the Desert Storm. 4th and 5. Bishop Moore throws it. He connects a wide open man, and he has some room. Mario Reed, that was massive. 1:22, just not enough time, it seems, to score 2 touchdowns. But if there is a will, there is a way for this Tennessee group. They hurry it up to the line. Bishop Moore again. He yams it again, and this time it's knocked down by Terrence Torres. This secondary has been incredible today. 16 for 28. You never see that on game day. 2nd and 10. Bishop dumps that one off. And can they get the first? No, they can't. Michael Samuel can't. And clock is running. Oh, boy. Timeout comes from Nick. Minute left, down 16. It's looking grim. You're going to have to get an onside kick and a couple 2-point conversions. 3rd and 1 now for Tennessee. Is it too little, too late? He finds his man. What a throw. That's Edmund Edwards. Get on your horse. Come on, run to the line. Here they go. You need a touchdown fast. Flip the play. Here we go. Moore, he hails it to the end zone. Incomplete. He couldn't get a foot in. Ref ball at it once again. You know, if it was Arizona, they would have called that a touchdown. He floats that one out there again. And they don't stop the clock again. The refs are fucking us. Oh, Tennessee just getting boned at left and right. He was out of bounds. Wide open man again. 1st and goal. Clock finally stops. 26 seconds left. I'm cheering for the underdog. 1st and goal. And that very well could end it here. 18 seconds. You've got to give yourself at least a chance to yam it to the end zone. And it's pretty much over. The only chance for Tennessee is a touchdown here, an onside kick, 2-point conversion, and another Hail Mary. Can they do it? Bishop Moore. Touchdown, Tennessee. They get 1 back, but they got to go for 2 or the game is over. There is still a chance. Not a good one, but there is still a chance. As we got Rocky Top playing, they got to have the best 5-play span ever. They have to get a 2-point conversion now. Can they do it? Tennessee. Bishop Moore on the run. He throws it. He finds his man. There's still hope. Down, one score, 7 seconds left, but they have to have the onside kick now. This is the game right here. 7 seconds. Tennessee has to have it. And it's recovered by Arizona. Arizona is going to win. They're going to survive the comeback. Never in doubt. And Josh Gamara gets it done under the bright lights of the New Heights Classic. Tennessee being a little bitch, calling the timeouts even though they do not matter. And as we hit triple zeros, Arizona and Coach Dogwater gets the last laugh, beating Tennessee in the debut of the New Heights Classic here in NRG Stadium in Texas. Arizona wins 30-22. What a game as Tennessee drops to 2-3. We'll see you next week, folks. What a game. What a game. What a game. What a game. That was a fun game for sure. I mean, it's one of those things that where somebody's losing by 27, I have to cheer for the lower guy. Try to make it at least a little bit entertaining. I'm very bummed I didn't get to see any Gamara turnovers, though. That is truly the biggest L of the night. But Arizona's showing that they aren't a fluke. I was very impressed by this offense. As much as I like to shit on Gamara, he played so well. I mean, he did his job. When you keep the ball out of his hands and keep it on the ground like they did, I mean, if Bowers is averaging over 6 yards a carry, it's over. Lazard, couple massive, massive catches. Wishbone held to 1 catch is wild. Lazard with 18 pancakes out there. Sid Nash was definitely a massive play. Poe Castle played out of his mind, even though he did have 2 ridiculous face masks. Terrence Torrens, I mean, this whole team played so well. No strip sack, though, for Taylor McQueen, as that streak does end. Perry Williams had a fantastic series as well there. And talk about Seabass firing on all cylinders. 6 kicks, 6 makes. That's never happened for him. Tennessee, Dudley Steele, 1 play, 1 touchdown. Look at that QB rating, 480.4. What a beast. Bishop Moore, though, he played well. It was just they didn't start playing until the end of the 3rd quarter. And, I mean, when you put up a whopping 28 yards of rushing offense in the whole game, you're not going to win. Edwards had some good plays here and there, but my God, this offense was just horrific. Benny Simons had a couple big plays. Sam Powell was there. Bruno Peters had a good play here or there. Saw nothing from Jamarian Sippins, though, today. Big letdown right there as well. Their kicker, he didn't even attempt a field goal. What a crazy game day. And what a crazy BearCave. Lots of upsets. All of my bets won this week. I had 2 parlays. They both hit. I love that. I think the over on I'll have to research it, but I think my over unders did actually do a lot better this week than they have been in the last couple. So I think that's pretty good. But yeah, so as always, guys, recruits will be coming out here in a little bit. I'm gonna post the games. I'm gonna post conference standings, and then I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'm gonna start them. But Patreon watch party is going to go live right after this, so while you're waiting, feel free to see if B-Dog can beat Missouri. It was a really fun game. So, recruits, obviously, it just depends how many last-minute submissions there were. There's probably, as per usual, it's going to probably take about an hour. But yeah, what a group of games we had this week. I'm going to post them right now. As always, though, thank you guys all so much for watching, supporting, and all that good stuff. SFA is definitely the favorite thing I do. So I'm very, very happy it's been so successful. And we will see you next week in week 6. Peace.